temper. I know, hard to believe. I seem very intimidating. I know. But when I would fail, I would just get in my head. I mean, I would literally be in there being like, okay, should I roll that first pitch? Maybe I should do that. And oh, maybe I should think about this. And, I mean, literally paralysis by analysis. That was me. And I got to the point where I needed to learn how to get rid of it. Learn from it, get rid of it. So what I would do is I would come into the dugout after another strikeout on a stupid rice ball that I shouldn't have swung at. I come in the dugout and I go get a drink of water. Get my cup, get a water jug, whatever. Get my cup, and as I'm drinking this water, I'm thinking about my at-bat. Just happened. Okay, so first pitch, right down the middle, I took it. Apparently I wasn't ready to swing. I was a fatty, so probably should have been ready, a little more ready. Then I decided to swing at 2 pitches that were over my head. Okay, so I need to, next at bat, be able to look for something lower in the zone. If I'm susceptible to that rise ball, let's go ahead and lay off this entire zone. Even a high strike, I'm not going to swing at. I'm looking for something low in the zone. So as I'm drinking this water, I'm analyzing my at bat, I'm learning from it, and when I'm done, I throw it away. I am done with that at bat. It's gone. And that is hard to do. But you have to. And I think teaching your players that failure is going to consistently happen. But what makes you great, and the reason why you chose softball, is because you're tougher than track and field who just runs in a circle. You're tougher than a soccer player that just chases the ball around and barely scores, ever. You're a softball player. You fail all the time, and you have to go back out there and deal with it again. And it makes you great. It makes you somebody that's very special. So understanding, getting them to understand how they will deal with failure. Okay, developing the power hitter. This is my teammate's Crystal Bustos. It isn't, when I think about power, you're not going to get any more powerful than her. She's ridiculous. I think this ball probably went into, it's probably still trying to be found. She's hit balls that we literally in batting practice, we would just stop. And I can't even tell you how many times we all hit batting practice, probably thousands. I mean, it's just, you drop your bat, it's just like, this is just amazing to watch someone be able to have that kind of power. At the end of the day, I can talk to you about short game, I can talk to you about moving runners, it's all very important, but who doesn't love to just crush the ball? I mean, I play softball. I can pick one reason why I play softball, is to crush the ball. I can tell you about my teammates and the camaraderie, and that's all great, top 3 for sure. I play softball because I want to crush the ball. There's no better feeling. There's nothing that brings me back more than just absolutely hitting the tar out of the ball and feeling like, oh, that is the feeling that I want to feel. So developing the power hitter. These are things that just kind of getting your players to feel, to be stronger, to feel stronger, to feel like they have an advantage over the pitcher that they're about to face or even other hitters on other teams. Your warm-up. I mentioned Brandon Marcello in my last talk. He's Director of Sports Performance at Stanford. He has a video called The Dynamic Warm-Up. You can Google it. Sorry, I don't have like a website, and there's a lot of probably other things out there, but your warm-up, something you do every day. Your team has to warm up, okay? Rather than the classic circle stretch where you're just like, yeah, so on Facebook, did you see, oh my gosh, they're talking, they're, really not, they're stretching, but it's a warm-up. No. The dynamic warm-up incorporates basically you're stretching and you're moving. And everything that you're doing has a specific motion and strength component that's also helping you develop as a hitter, as an outfielder, as a pitcher. So, if I'm trying to stretch like I just did my quad, and I'm coming up on my toe, I'm working on balance. I'm working on stability. I'm working on being able to move as I am doing something, which seems simple until you watch your team try to pull their quad up and come up on their toe, and then try to take a step and do it again, and you're realizing, wow, it comes to athleticism. We got some work to do. So simple things like that, like your warm-up, which just puts a little bit of strength and agility into something you do every day. Med ball drills. I love doing specific things that are going to work on the muscles that we use when we hit. So even if you just get one med ball, light, start off light. You're not going to go get something super heavy. You never want anyone to do anything crazy, but even if you're getting like a 5-pound ones, 2 pounds, 1 pound, I don't know. I think how little and young they are, but 5 pounds for, probably 13 and over. And you're able to work on rotational and linear throws. So you're getting literally, in your stance. I hope you guys all know, but I am lefty, so you're not like, wow, why is she on that side? Because I get that. Why is she backwards all the time? I hit left-handed. Come on, people. All right, so you're holding the med ball, and they're working on their load. They're coming back here, and they're releasing. So they're being able to drive, they're activating their core, they're using their lower body, and you're watching them. And because you're out on the softball field, they can chuck this thing as far as their body will let them. So it's true, and it's fun. Being able to get these small balls out there. You can have it as a station if you want at practice, so they have their tees, they got their live hitting, whatever you have set up, and they have this med ball area where they're just literally, someone needs to be there in the beginning to make sure they're not just like, woo, or like they're just spinning and obviously doing bad habits, but making sure that they're correctly loading their body, being able to be linear here, and then rotate at the end, and activating the very specific muscles with the med ball that you use to hit, which not only emphasizes how you hit to hit correctly, but also strengthens the muscles that you need to do it. Granny toss. This is, again, anytime we can have fun, get strong, and do better, I'm all for it. So granny toss, you can turn this into a competition. We all know, right? So you just come down here, and how far can I chuck this ball up in the air? And the reason why is to me, I literally believe I was able to transfer to be a power hitter. So when I was like 11, 12 years old, I was pretty much just a slapper. Even when I hit, it was really just about here, like getting to contact, making things happen. I was on the left side, so I could run fast, whatever. When I actually realized that I had a lower body, everything changed. I became a power hitter. And the granny toss is something that, without them realizing it, but obviously you'll explain, is activating the explosive part of their body. How do we be explosive? I'm not going to granny toss like this and be able to beat anybody. And everybody knows that. So they're going to get down on their legs, and they're going to explode and throw their legs out and be able to really use muscles that a lot of times you don't use as a hitter. Most hitters do not explode with their lower body. I don't care what size you are, all that goes away. If you're able to activate the right muscles, anyone can be a power hitter, anybody. You need to have muscles. One, muscles are cool, so getting girls to understand that. I don't mean like, super steroid girl muscles. I mean, just being strong and toned. So granny toss is a good way for them to understand explosiveness. Throwdown is exactly the opposite. So you're going to just take the ball. It's a way to get out some aggression. If you have any players that are needing to get that out. And you literally just take the ball and slam it down. So this is a good way to be successful at this. You have to activate your core. So if I just take this ball and just throw it and just use my arms and my shoulders, decent, but really not really doing much, okay? If I activate my core and really use it to chuck this ball, again, using muscles that as hitters, we think so much in like forearms and, back, but actually using my core is everything besides my legs when it comes to hitting. So just feeling these muscles. So now when they go to their next station, they pick up their real bat, and now they're hitting, feel the muscles that we just worked on. They should be burning a little bit so you can really find them easily. Our quads, our legs, our hamstrings, our glutes, our core. Forget about your arms. And let's work on the things that are actually going to make us powerful. In the weight room, again, kind of taking, I don't know how many of you guys get access, but I always put this in there. Why not? Cable movements. Being able to take the cable machines, what we do, and this is really easy to do. We would cut, so on bats that broke or old bats, we would saw it off and literally just go to like Home Depot and grab like a little, I don't know, I'm not like a hook thing that screws into the bat. There's a name for that, I'm sure. And it latches on, I don't know. You guys, I'm sure, if you take a bat handle at Home Depot and be like, I want to hook this up to a cable cord. What can I use to do this? It's like $1.50. bring it, hook it into the cable into the weight room, okay? And now you can do drills. There's a 9-ball drill, so you're just literally taking the handle of the bat and we're working, and again, activating, hitting specific muscles. So the 9-ball is taking the 9 spots of the strike zone, low in, high in, middle, out, low, you got it. The 9 spots of the strike zone, and just taking the handle of your bat, and obviously with resistance. You can do this even not in the weight room. You can take a TheraBand, tie it on the fence, hook it into the bat, same exact thing. It can be one of the stations with the med ball if you want. I actually made one at home that I have on our fence in our backyard. My 3-year-old, I have him do it. Some crazy like my father. I never thought I would be, but when he had us doing drills at a young age, I look back and I was like, he was so incredibly crazy. And then all of a sudden I have a son, and I'm like, apples are far from the tree. My husband has to remind me, he's 3 years old, okay? We don't need to be teaching him. Okay, sorry, another tangent. So the 9-ball, taking the handle of the bat to each of those spots, and then from there, you get to contact. So literally, remember, I'm using just this part of the bat, okay? I don't have a barrel. So I'm coming here, and what would be my barrel is now a resistance, whether it's a cable band or a TheraBand, and I'm now pushing against that resistance to get to my 9 contact points. 1, and you start from your stance at each one. 2, and you feel it. It is pulling you. And if you're just trying to use your upper body, you end up in like a position like this. So when you have to pause and you're slowly getting to that position, have a look at them. Is this how you hit? Is this what you want to look like? Like, I hope not. No? Okay, so how do I get there? Okay, let's get a little bit lower in our stance. Let's activate these muscles. So it allows them to really slow down their swing and work on leading with their handle. A lot of girls like to get around the ball. Can't do that when you got something pulled in what would be the end of your bat. And you're also able to get stronger too in the process. So again, never go heavy with these. You never want it to be, the last thing you want is them trying to do whatever they can to move that way. Something very light, just enough to restrict them and resist them so they can feel the process all along the way. What muscles am I using to get to contact? Bat speed. Bat speed is really, when it comes down to power, we get stronger, we can get bigger, we can do a million different things, but bat speed, if you have bat speed, that is what's going to allow you, if I can get to the ball quickly, I'm going to be successful. Again, some of that's genetic. There's certain things that you can teach and can't, but there's also ways for girls to activate a quicker bat speed. One of the ways, old school, my dad had me do it just to really feel how quick I can throw the bat, is he would have me just get out in the field. You guys ready? I'm going to check this with you guys, ready? And he would just have me swing and just let go of the bat and see how far I could chuck it. The first few times I do that, it's like, a few feet, maybe a couple spins. Like, no, really? Come on, chuck this bat. Like, get in your stance and let this thing fly. And all of a sudden, they feel their forearms. They get quicker with their wrists. They really try to get some serious lift. And that is bat speed. That is really trying to use the muscles, but relax those muscles. Such a fine line to be able to be quicker with your bat. If I tighten up and I'm really trying to chuck this bat, first of all, it's just going to go like this. It won't even spin. And it's not going to go very far. So really getting them to feel that. But there's all kinds of, I don't know if you know the game where, I can't believe I'm even telling this, but where you have like 2 hands, 2 underneath. My dad, this is crazy. Like everything, we never played like regular games. Everything was how do you become a better hitter. I'm like 5 years old, and my dad's like, come on, get my hands, come on. Like, can you do this? You're not eating dinner unless you can get my hands. I'm like, seriously? But we would do that just to feel like how quick are your hands? And then you put yours on top and then try to get yours. Anyway, everything is to get them to feel what it is to have quick hands, because that is essential in being a power hitter, just being a good hitter. Okay, fallacies.